Hi folks, how's it going? It's James here. Welcome to another video. So this is going to be a record collection special. Trying to get back into doing these videos again. Haven't done them for a long time. So the theme I've come up with for this one is genre-specific compilation albums on vinyl. Okay, so this is a compilation album which is not dedicated to an artist, but it's dedicated to a kind of music. And I went through my collection and I was trying to find all the major genres. There's a couple I couldn't find. It was really annoying. I couldn't find country. I used to have a couple of country compilations. Used to have a bluegrass one, don't have it anymore. Used to have another one as well. I think I must have got rid of that, so that was a bit disappointing. I also couldn't put my hands on a vinyl folk compilation either. The closest thing I had was an island sampler that had some folk stuff on it, but it also had some rock things on and some other things too, so I've not included that. But I've come up with 10, and oh, and I couldn't find classical either. I used to have a piano compilation of piano pieces by different composers, don't seem to have that anymore, so anyway, I've got 10 here. I'll show 10 and then I'll invite you to do the same, or just, you know, show as many as you've got. You might have less, you might have more, you know, whatever. So here we go. Won't take too long over it. So we'll start off with, well, the album is called Progressive Underground, but I'm just going to call it kind of rock music, classic rock or slightly sort of underground rock. And this is the compilation Back on the Road. I will do a video on this at some point because it is a tremendous compilation. I picked this up from Oxfam a while ago for a couple of quid, and it's just got the most incredible track list on it. All sorts of stuff, everything from Cream to Hawkwind to Nick Drake to the Byrds to Hendrix to Free. It's a quite remarkable vinyl compilation, and it says there as seen on TV, so it must have been a TV advertised comp. But yeah, so there we go, rock music, progressive rock, underground rock. The next one is New Wave, although the album is actually called No Wave up here, but it's not No Wave, it's definitely New Wave. So this is Propaganda, and it collects together some classic New Wave stuff from A&M. It's an A&M sampler. So you've got Goodbye Girl by Squeeze, a live version. You've got Throw It Away by Joe Jackson, Landlord by The Police, The Doll by Shrink, Joey by the Reds, some quite obscure stuff on there. So yeah, not quite sure why it was called No Wave, because No Wave was a kind of genre, wasn't it, back in the kind of late 70s, early 80s, but Squeeze and the Police were definitely not No Wave, they were New Wave. Okay, so for jazz I've pulled up an old favourite. This is a Riverside compilation which I got from Oxfam Headingley back in the day. Absolutely fantastic compilation this. This is my introduction to a whole kind of strain of jazz music really. You've got things like the Cannonball Adderley Quintet, you've got Junior Mance, that kind of soul jazz, you know, Charlie Byrd Trio, Wes Montgomery, Johnny Griffin, Thelonious Monk. It's seen better days, this compilation. You can see here it's kind of fraying at the seams, but I'm very fond of it. Okay, so fourth genre is rhythm and blues, and this is a chess sampler compilation that I got several years ago. All sorts of interesting stuff on here. Little Milton, Billy Stewart doing Summertime. So it's not the sort of, it's not all just the gut bucket type chess stuff. It's the more kind of well, it sort of strays into the more pop areas, I suppose, of the chess catalogue. Things like Billy Stewart, but also the kind of soul aspects as well. You've got Fontella Bass doing Rescue Me. You've got the Ramsey Lewis Trio doing The In Crowd, which is a bit of a classic mod tune. So yeah, that's on the original Chess Masters series. Okay, so for straight blues, I pulled out this one. This is The Great Blues Man Volume 1. I had this record in my collection for years and years, and then last year I think it was, I finally found Volume 2, but I pulled out Volume 1 because this is the one that's been in my collection for longest. Brownie McGee and Sonny Terry, Big Bill Broonzy, Mississippi John Hurt, Sleepy John Estes, Muddy Waters, all the greats. Well, not all the greats, but lots of the greats. And that's a good compilation. That's on Golden Hour. So I plucked this one off the shelf. This is Philly Soul, actually. Filibusters, The Sound of Philadelphia. So this is a slightly cheesy comp. It's got stuff on here which is definitely a bit cheesy. I mean, it's got things like Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, which is kind of borderline cheesy, but there's some other stuff in here which is definitely cheesy. But there's some great stuff as well. There's Love Train by the OJs. and Backstabbers by the OJs as well, which is a classic. You've got Dirty Old Man by the 3 Degrees. That was a Gamble and Huff song. So there's some cracking stuff on there really, just a couple of cheesy moments. This is a good record that I've shown a couple of times now, so we'll call this one, well it's called on the front, East Coast Teen Rock, 1959 to 1968. So this has stuff on it such as Marv Johnson, who was a Motown recording star, Garnet Mims, I'll Take Good Care of You. So there's some soul creeping through here as well. Again, the Isley Brothers, you've got stuff like Jay and the Americans, the Exciters, Little Anthony and the Imperials, with their great track Getting Out of My Head. So this is basically sort of New York pop music from the 1959 to 1968 period. And this was a gift from my good friend Chris, Blues Guy Vinyl, here on the VC, and this is Soca, which is a form of Jamaican popular music. This is a fantastic record actually. It features David Rudder, who is one of the most foremost exponents in the field. This is actually a double album. On the second record you've got the Soca Hits of '87, which is a various artists comp, and side 1 is David Rudder with Charlie Roots. Next we've got a bit of Latin pop music, Latin dance music. This is Oi Listen, from Cayman Records out of New York City, Los Más Caliente and Latin music. So yeah, just a bit of a Latin dance compilation, all sorts of intriguing names on this one. Defiendem Santa Barbara, Olvidam la Mulata Cubana, Con Carino y Panama. Couldn't tell you anything about these artists. It's all in probably Spanish on the back. Rumba, Son, Cha-Cha-Cha, Mambo, just file under salsa, it says on the back. And we'll finish with a record which I've never shown. I bought this from HMV here in Lancaster years ago before it closed down. HMV had a closing down sale, we're probably talking about 10 years ago now, and it was gone for years. It's back again now. And I picked this up from the sale just before it closed last time. This is Angola Soundtrack. The unique sound of Luanda 1968 to 1978. So this is kind of fuzz tone rock from Angola. Very, very cool compilation with extensive line notes. Absolutely amazing level of detail it goes into there. So we thought we'd finish with a bit of Angola rock. So there we go, that's 10 genre-specific vinyl compilations, and hopefully some people will jump on this and we'll see a few more. Okay folks, hope you enjoyed it, take care, bye bye.